I'm going to try to record my Guild Wars runs here. Let's see what's cooking. So Dove, I still don't have brute force talent on her, which would be lovely, but it is what it is. Demo, Anubis, Serena, I don't know about this. Still kind of messing around with this. That's sort of the, I don't know, emergency ace card, I guess. Walla Walla, and Athene. Athene I still don't know about either. I used to run with Mike and Sask instead of Athene and Seer. But trying to, I don't know, trying different stuff. Okay, so let's do top guy. Hole in base, you can see right away, right? Right here, pop. What a weird totem. I wonder what. Oh, that was weird. So hard to see. Yeah, it's little neck. And Empower Athene. And SK, oh yeah, this is no problem. Doesn't even have Dove? What? How dare you, sir? You insult me. Drop here. This is overkill. I could actually, let's back out. I had that, right? But let's see how good. Pop that totem the whole day, but let's see how good this Dove is. Oh, okay, so the GS was down. Is down. Get my butt kicked here. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. Got some blinding blow action on there, which is always painful. That was closer than I would have liked, but yeah. So solo Dove win, right? Pretty easy. I usually drop the up high. Most of my guys have Empower Crest in this case, so pretty easy to stock up. So anyway, solo Dove base for quote unquote the top might. 270, 278, 275, 260. This guy's next. Okay, a little bit more of a challenge with Dove over here. Okay, yeah, this could be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Let the blinding begin. I lost Wally, but he will pop back in a sec. Lost Athene, she will pop back in a sec. Again, yeah, closer than I would have liked, but whatever. I'm sure with more time, I'm gonna peek and poke and prod in the base. And actually, I didn't really talk about like the things that I'm looking for in a base. Let's talk about that for a sec. So my next top might, definitely not 260. I think it was this one, right? Yeah. Just trust but verify. Okay. 278, you're up. So number one thing that I see, all of these lovely, lovely troops, that's proc material. Okay. Next thing I always look for is any kind of a hole in the base. You know, sometimes people have these decorations and they're just a little bit misaligned, right? So if you tap, you see how, and I'm sorry for this annoying message in the middle. It's a recent change. They should move the message down, would be lovely, by the way. But if you tap on their base, you see how all this stuff turns red? So you can see right away if there's a hole somewhere. Okay? This way you don't have to, you know, hunt or guess or anything like that. You can just see if there's a hole. Okay, so no holes in the base, that's fine. We have an Empower Sask. And, you know, you don't need tons of time to do a base. So, especially with Iron Will right now, is kind of the new craze. I definitely recommend taking your sweet ass time, okay? I also made a fatal mistake, actually. It was not ideal. The ideal drop is don't drop your guys all together the way that I did. That was stupid. And the reason for that is because when Skell goes off, he will nuke your whole party, and then it makes heals an issue. Okay? So you can kind of see what I was saying about there just being tons of proc material there, right? Really, if you wanted to, especially if you had a brute force Athene, you could just drop on that basement in sort of the middle bottom, and she'll start proccing on the troops, right? And she can just stand there all day and take the punishment, as well as shell it out. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. You see how here the guy has a decoration mismatch? I can find that. I won't tap. If you don't tap, it all blends together, right? It seems okay. But if you tap on the guy's base, it's going to go to red alert, turns red, and you can clearly see that line. So I know I can drop right there, right? I don't have to drop all the way out here. Although that was handy to soak up that proc. What, an Empower Skell? Are you kidding me? Oh no, he's got Empower Crests. Okay. At least I think he does. Let's pop it. Yeah, by the speed, that's Empower Crest. Okay, that's fine. And his Anubis has the new hero on it. That's useless in defense, right? There's obviously no towers on the map. So I know this is a really nice friendly drop in here. Okay, so let's go do that. Oh, and I made the same mistake I just told you not to do. Don't drop your guys all together, okay? So I have Empower Crest on him. We can float on over. If I can drop, sorry, bad drop. It's my fault, totally. Now that we know what we're doing, that's the primary goal, right? So we're gonna drop Dove in here, Pow, Anubis up here. We're gonna float, and Wally for the win. Okay, that's all falling apart. It's weird when you have to explain what you're doing. Not feeling really great about this, but too little too late now, to be honest. We're at that horrible mark. Let's try to hedge our bets. We'll just soak up some procs, if possible. almost dead. Yeah, it was way messier than I would have liked. But, you know, you do get the idea. Okay, so we got one left. It's usually at this time I go look. I'm going to hold on to my last one, okay? The reason why I'm doing that is because my last run here doesn't mean anything. It's not going to push us into first or whatever. It just pushes me into first. So I like, if I can, hold on to a run or two. And then that way these guys, like Chu is an amazing guy. He's been so helpful to so many people. I want the guy to get that hair more fame. I don't know. I think he does pay, but you know, I'm heavy pay to win, right? I don't know why. Don't be like me. So anyways, the guys who can get into this top spot, you know, like I've got like 120,000 might on him. So mathematically, I'm guaranteed first, even if I don't get 5 3-flame runs, which would be impossible, by the way. I will get 5 3-flame runs, but that's why it's like not a fair system. You know, he's already done his Guild Wars. He did it before me. He got first. He should somehow claim that throne, you know. And many of these guys, Gixxer's amazing guy, super great in Fortress Feud. Rusty, he's the other Vice. Chu is Vice in this guild. Carb, he also always does amazing. Skyflakes, he's doing amazing. The guy's got a bunch of the new heroes now too. He just got, I think, last night. Like all these guys, every guy in my guild is just so amazing. And I don't know. You guys are all great. You deserve. I wish I could give you all the fame in the world, but I gotta get some too, I guess. So, anyways, wanted to show you, you know, some of how I operate, I guess. We'll go over my losses. So, 2 100s, a 96, 2 more 100s, a 92, and I'm pretty sure the 6, and it says I got 8 failures. I'm pretty sure the other 2 are 90s as well. I've been pretty happy with this, you know, team, this setup in general. It's largely Flame Guard and Empower kind of concepts. A little bit of buffer, and unfortunately you can see exactly where my bombs are and totems and everything. So try to keep it to yourself. Get some hearts, give some hearts, and I don't know, I guess that's it. Have fun, guys. Easy, I promise, okay? And yeah, I've got Dove. I will do one without Dove, just to show that it's possible to take down, you know, the top mites that we face without Dove, with a different setup. But mine doesn't have brute force. If you're going to use the spray and pray drop method that's rising in popularity, and it's almost this setup actually, almost these heroes, and you'll drop Dove will take aggro, and then you can drop everything else right behind it right away, and they'll just start stacking right on that, usually on enemy Doves in particular, okay? I cannot do that because I've got a Bulwark Dove, so she is not lowest HP on the field, so I need to be a little bit more selective about how I drop and where and on what. So keep that in mind. If you have a brute force Dove, that's the best thing in the game right now, bar none, absolute bar none. I've got brute force by Crest, so mine does a lot of damage, but it's not always guaranteed to be the thing tanking. If you're the same as me in that regard, and you want to do a drop like that, just drop your Dove first, and just wait. Let her take some punishment, okay? Let her be frozen and Anubis and whatever, it doesn't matter. When she gets to about half health or so, that's when it's time to drop the rest of the team. Then it'll still work. But I don't know, just wanted to show some of the things that I look for, that I promise it's really easy to do Guild Wars. It only takes a couple of minutes. Have faith, try, you know, fish. Oh, I didn't talk about fishing. Let's maybe talk about fishing for 1 sec. So we go back into, again, I'm not actually gonna do it. What even is next on my 261? Really? 270. 7708. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. See, again, this guy has a hole in his base. So let me show the difference between actually, I guess there's nothing to show. For some reason, the red lines are not going away. It's kind of weird. Typically, that poor one guardian, eh? The fear that must be in his eyes. Like, I can't even take 30 of my brothers, let alone all these other people. So he's got a dove there. Okay. Oh no, it is doing it now. So you see, now I can't make out where his base begins or ends, kind of thing. Like, where can you even drop? So again, just tap on their base as you're going around. This is a weird habit that I got into a long time ago. But just tap as you're going around, and then this way, see the big red pulse there? How it clearly shows a line. So I know I can drop exactly there, but I can't drop right there. One couple of millimeters before it, right? So because of that, we know the exact edges of his base, right? So this looks like a kind of a nice spot to drop. We can drop a guardian in here and see what we get. Sometimes you got to drop a couple before stuff really starts to happen. But in all fairness, this is kind of a crazy spot where frankly you could drop, right? If I can't, I couldn't quite do it. You get the idea. I'm sorry, I have a very weird apartment situation going on where you can hear those pipes like crazy. It drives me nuts. Let's drop like crazy in here and just see what happens. Right? You can see where we can take it, we can take it, we can take it, we can take it. Okay, I'm bouncing, and I do think it would have worked even though I lost dove. But I'm bouncing because of what I was talking about before. I want to let these top guys, if they can, get a little bit more fame. That's what I've been trying to do. But point remains the same. When you're doing your guild wars, don't be afraid to kind of experiment. In your team, you should always be aiming for heroes that basically target other heroes. It's pretty much exclusively what this team is, right? The exception being, of course, Anubis is gonna wipe troops, but I mean that's part of the goal. Sometimes you want to do that, sometimes you don't. This is for sure. This is a dove soloable base, and I am aware, by the way, that when I dropped previously, I was missing a hero. So don't panic. It was just literally to show that this guy's got a perfect hole in the base here, especially if you had Sask. Sask from this range with Revive 5 would freeze this dove, maybe even before she could drop a birdie. And then it's go time for sure, right? Sask would also clear out all these troops, so they could beeline directly for that dove, and then this base is in trouble, right? Even though it's got you guess. But yeah, fish, like sometimes some things seem too easy. I've got all maxed out heroes and everything, so it's easy to think, I'm gonna win for sure. I could drop in the hole and take them, missing a hero, whatever, no big whoop, right? But don't get overconfident. And understand the things that you can attack, what you can take down, what you can't, and why. So in this case, another great example would be to stack off the mic here, right? See how I've lured him out of the base? Pow, 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 pow. I'm gonna just stop it for the moment, okay? This is another trick that I often use. I have stopped the fight, but you can see exactly where it got stopped, right? So don't be so quick to click this exit button, because it may give you insight into a way that you can take something out, whether or not you really would have made it. A good example here is because I attacked his mic, all his heroes got the mic boost. You sure you want to do that? Like in this case, honestly, it's okay, but it means his dove has a mic proc, for example. That can be trouble, right? So it's good to do that sometimes when you're just kind of fishing, as I call it. You're fishing around to find, where are his totems, for example. I still don't even know. And that's weird. This is a Psy-Shield mic. That's weird. Right? Am I crazy? I wonder why. Maybe to push his HP up to make sure that Dove is the lowest HP on the field. It's possible. But I'm going to assume that his totems are up here basically by Town Hall. You can see some gaps. Probably some bombs in this area. But yeah, anyways, be smart, take your time. See, I mean, I've talked for a minute on this bass, I could still take it down. It's very rare you're going to need a full 3 minutes for a bass, okay? Wait, in my opinion, wait a good 20 seconds or so before you even drop, unless you're just fishing, okay? And the reason why is because iron will is going to be a little bit of a game changer, right? If you drop into that, that's 18.5 seconds of hell, where you can't stun, no energy reduction. A lot of the typical tricks are not going to work, and it's going to mess you up. Be wary of that. And again, don't be afraid to experiment. Maybe dropping Demo first is the right move, right? Just as a distraction. Maybe you need to clear a couple of squares or something. Anyways, that's about it for now. Sorry for the wacky pipe noise. Be smart, guys. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.